And welcome back to the 2021 first ever Super Sixes from Sparks, Maryland. We are here 30 seconds in to our third game, Team USA men against Team Canada men. So I am joined with Tari Kandemiri. We are here calling this game. It's 7:22 into our first quarter. Thoughts on sixes thus far?
It's been amazing, or as I like to say on Twitter, it's lit. The crowd has been loving it, the players have been loving it, and I think we're in for a really great contest.
And Canada is possessing the ball right now. Ball up top, looking for that feed inside. That is their money spot, looking to Dane Smith. You'll notice here, too, that Canada put in sort of their veteran players. Their first game, it was the younger crew, and now they've dressed other players. So we have the ball outside with Team USA men looking to drive. It's not there. They pull it back out. Brad Smith looking for it.
Yep, we see Ryan Drenner, the Georgia native.
Turn and shoot.
See him in Georgia as well. Yep, turn and shoot is his bread and butter, so keep an eye on that.
And we have 45, Dylan Ward, who was on my flight, sitting next to me from Colorado, looking to clear the ball back out to his Canadian teammates. Again, the switch over now to players that have really dominated on the world lacrosse and international circuit right now, playing sixes, and it is slippery out there.
Yeah, a little slippery. You see Cloutier losing his footing there a little bit, but hopefully everyone stays on their feet and can get some goals in the net.
So they're looking for these feeds from the inside. We haven't yet seen, and again, it is quite early in that first quarter. Not too many shots from far out. I'd be interested to see what kind of attacking strategy both teams utilize in this game.
Absolutely. And we see there a great shot by number 22, Ryan Conrad.
Power shot. That had
he gets it back.
Power.
Gets it back again for Team USA, so they'll start to transition.
Number 4, Baquero, looking to feed it to his teammate back again. It is very much a back and forth game. We've seen that tyranny with the ball up top with a little bit of a hot step, looking to rip it, but Canada's defense is like no other.
Yeah, absolutely. They crash so quickly, and the women, similar. We see Connor Kirst with the ball there, looking to get an opportunity, but bouncer shot goes wide.
And not today. Not today. We have an errant shot. Dylan Ward's going to get it for his team. Look to clear it out to his Canadian teammates. We see a ton of subbing on the fly. If you're a box player, this translates really well.
Yep, absolutely. And we know Canada, especially the box game, is very popular. So look to see them bring their experience here, as we see number 42 looking to bring that ball in. That's Mark Matthews.
And looking for that quick feed to Mark Matthews, but just not enough, right? And right now we've seen these sticks, they're getting a little bit wet, so a little bit loose, and ripping it from the side. Number 23 from USA, who is Ryan Drenner, looking to get that, but it's just not happening. It seems a little frantic right now.
Yeah, and I guess Clark Peterson heard us, because he was ready to get the ball in the net as well to equalize for Canada.
Ready to go. He was like, enough with these errant shots, and here we go. I was talking about this before. USA, I think, not having had a solid game yet, playing sixes is a little bit frantic. We kind of saw this on the women's team, right? They're not exactly used to it. They have a little bit of a younger team. With these Canadian players, these guys are used to it. Those inside sort of box players, they know how to dominate in a small space.
Yep, absolutely. We see John Crawley there with the ball. Like you said, Canada's used to this, box kind of format. They've practiced this format a lot of times. A lot of these players are in the NLL. Great shot by Gutterding, but a nice save right there by Dylan Ward.
Dylan Ward making that drop save. Phenomenal save out to his teammates. Canada to Dane Smith. Looking to feed to the inside.
Yeah, Dylan Ward, one of the most athletic goalies that I've seen.
Courier, and here we have a change of possession. You'll notice, too, the change in possession is a little bit different. If you shoot a shot, and it's a legit shot, not just an errant one, it'll switch possession. But if it goes out of bounds sort of randomly like that, and it's on your attacking end, it really depends on who touched it last.
Dane Smith getting close, showing his box experience as well. We've seen a lot of him in the PLL.
27, using his speed. Brad Smith looking to go in. And here we go, seals the deal with a nice quick shot. Dylan Ward clearing it back out to Canada. If you are just now tuning into sixes, the sixes game is a 6v6 smaller discipline. It's a smaller, fast-paced game. There's a limit on whistles, definitely not a limit on goals like that.
Nice one by Anderson right there, but right to number 18 for Team USA. That's Patrick Gresh. Gets a goal.
And right off the bat, we've realized this too in calling these sixes games, that the momentum shift can happen in a matter of seconds. We know that 30-second shot clock is a while. And 24 sealing the deal yet again. Peterson, who did this before in the last game, it was that sort of, I'm going to do that quick cut from up top, look for the feed, and bullet shot.
Yep, quick hands. That's the key to sixes is quick hands.
Ryan Tierney looking for...
Great goal by Tierney right there, just getting right behind Dylan Ward.
So we have a 4-3 game right now. USA only up by 1. It is early in the game, first quarter, 2 minutes and 24 seconds left.
Yep, 8-minute quarters. We have seen it go by in the blink of an eye, but so much action happens still.
And they're doing this sort of box that they like to set up, and it works well in this game. Small-sided game, really looking to have one guy post up in the middle in front of the net, setting picks, moving the ball on the outside, and seeing if they can't draw a double team. Looking for the feed inside, it's not there. Little errant, but here we go. Canada keeps it in play. 77 behind. We have a whistle. It's the first whistle of the game, which is nice. You know, first whistle of the game. There's only 3 seconds left on the clock. It looks like Team USA may be playing a man down, maybe not. And I should note right now, though we are about 80% done with this rule set, it's still a work in progress.
Right.
Even refs are learning it. We're learning it, right? So
yeah,
there are going to be tweaks. There are going to be moments of, oh, shoot, what is the call here? You know?
Yeah. USA is down 1 right now. It looks like that was a foul on Ryan Drunner. So we're going to see a 5v4. And, again, Canada has the quick passing skills. We see Dane Smith. We've said his name a couple of times right there. Keep an eye on him in front of the goal.
And they're up a player. Let's see if they use it. And that's exactly what they do. That shot from the outside, that riser of a shot.
Yeah, by Cloutier.
Back of the net. It's a hard
release.
one to read as a goalie because you can't see where the shot is coming from because players are standing literally right in front of you. We have the ball right now. USA, Conrad, who's got it out up top. USA is now even, so we have our 5 field players and 1 goalie equals 6. So it's 5v5 field players and your goalie is 6.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of quick passing. You're going to see a lot of ball movement. It seems like the name of the game, again, is that quick pace, super fast sixes.
I think there might have been an accidental whistle on the play. They're trying to kind of figure that out. Again, refs aren't always right, but they're never wrong, and we learn with them. So I think they're going to reset this for a bit. I think there was an accidental whistle, so they're going to kind of figure out, hey, where were you last, where you need to be. Again, 4-3 game, 1 minute left in the quarter. I mean, this is sort of a low-scoring quarter if we take a look at the other games, but I think teams are utilizing strategy now versus the half-court basketball back and forth and back and forth.
Right, yeah, we see Conrad with it right now, and you mentioned, you know, these 2 squads, they've kind of adjusted. It's a more experienced team, especially for Canada. These are their more experienced international players, and they're going to take advantage of that experience and kind of slow the game down to make it work for them.
So it looks like there was a penalty on the play. So USA was down a player, and now they're back even again. So we have 24 with the ball. There is a push call. USA has the ball. 27 looking to feed it inside to 22. Dylan Ward is ready. He kind of saw that happening. Pass back out to 24. Peterson, who we've said his name so much, and we have Dane Smith, who we haven't seen much thus far. Again, those veterans kind of make an appearance for this game.
Absolutely. Smith with it, passing it around, trying to kind of see where the open lane will come up.
Nice to see a player behind. We haven't seen much of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And
92
Smith.
For the cut from the up top. Fantastic
Great save, Jake Kelly.
Fantastic save. 32 looking to go. Check is there and still keeps the ball. He still keeps the ball.
Mark Glacini showing how it's done. That is poised under pressure.
77 wanting to answer. Courier's like, nah, but that was just a little too much.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting seeing these teams match up thus far. USA 5, Canada 3. It's a tight game. We know it's a lot of time for 30 seconds on the clock. Quick break, and we'll come right back to our second quarter. Lacrosse fans and friends, welcome back to the 2021 first ever Super Sixes from Sparks, Maryland. I am joined with Tari Kandemiri. We're here right now going into our second quarter. 5-3, Canada down, but USA right there. So we're going to review the rules for those of you that don't know sixes. It is 5 field players, 1 goalie. We've got 8-minute quarters, 4 quarters. There's a draw, and yes, for those of you that are, no, it's called a face-off. Well, in sixes, it's called a draw on the men's and women's side. There are harmonized rules, so both the men's game and women's game are closer than ever. So we have 30-second timeouts. We have a 5-minute halftime. We have a limit on whistles. I mean, Tari, this is a fun game. Yeah, we hear we hear it's fast, but man, the skill set that I see.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on sixes thus far?
Yeah, I completely agree. The skill set is on display for offense in the midfield and the goalies. I think everyone's having a chance to shine. I saw my favorite play so far was Glacini's on his knees, just finessing and able to stay calm under pressure to get that goal.
It wasn't the Haudenosaunee overtime.
You know what? I did scream when the equalizer happened. I did scream. So
we all screamed.
The streets might see that
51 starting us off with a right corner money shot right there.
Jeff Teat, the PLL Rookie of the Year.
We said that name in the other game too. So
listen, people love him.
We have USA 5, Canada 4. I mean, this is a close game. We knew it was going to be a close game. I mean, this is all about the rivalry, and here we go.
First again.
Back of the net. Clear back out to our Canada friends, or not friends if you're USA. Ball back
Close
out.
for now.
Dane looking to make something happen. It's not there. It's a little messy out there. It's wet, so we've seen people slip.
We have. The rain is kind of on and off, but the players are keeping up the intensity. Right there we see number 27 with it. That was Brad Smith.
I love that. Coming in, sprinting, and not changing your speed, right? You're not pumping the brakes. You're going to use the momentum from your sprint to rip a money shot. So now we have a 7-4 game. USA up a little bit more. We talk about the 30-second shot clock. It is actually a lot of time. 77 looking to make something happen.
Yep.
Zach seeing if he could go in. Not happening. Passing it back. And that's that 30 money shot we've seen several times already. It's interesting to see, if Canada chooses their on the crease doorstop shot, or if they're going to choose their out from the 30. And 27 looking to same shot again.
Yep,
Here we go.
Brad Smith. They got to keep an eye on that one.
Brad Smith telling 2 shots right off the bat. 6:12 left in the second quarter. There are 4 quarters in sixes, and they are fast.
Very, very, very fast. I mean, we're already approaching halftime, and I'm sure the players feel the same way, that it's just moves. Check out those moves, those hands by Dane Smith. I think Canada, one of their best skill sets as a team collectively is their way their hands move.
And USA looking to get it again. Brad Smith looking to tally his 3rd goal there, but couldn't get a handle on it. USA still with possession, and they're pumping the brakes here. They're thinking, I love seeing a little more strategy.
Yeah,
I do.
Absolutely passing, between Smith and Conrad. Conrad, big-time player at UVA. We now see him play pro as well, and it's great to see him on this field.
And seeing someone behind, too, because that crease kind of acts as a pick, right? Especially on a small field. Canada, speed. Yeah, I mean, like
a great goal. That was Clark Peterson again.
Peterson wasn't even going to let them set up. And that's the tricky part, but awesome part about sixes. Are you going to play the running game back and forth, or are you going to really think about using a small space and using it to your advantage? 14 looking to drive from that wing.
Oh, a great shot right there. That was number 14, Justin Gutterding.
And you might know him from the Whip Snakes, too. I mean, finishing out his PLL season. We have seen so many PLL players, NLL players.
Yep.
We've seen Athletes Unlimited players, and then back in the day, the WPLL. So we've seen the whole gamut of pro players, and it's incredible seeing the way that they play on the international circuit. So now we have a turnover. Ball is Team USA, who's looking to make something happen on the offensive end.
Yeah, we've got Conrad bringing it in, kind of scanning the field to see, okay, where can I pass, where can I give it off to? And looks like that's going to be a turnover for USA, so we're seeing it go the other way.
It's interesting. Both the men's and women's USA teams a little bit frantic, like getting used to sixes. It's different. It's different, but it's great.
Yeah.
You got to get used to it a little bit more, though.
Yeah.
We have number 2 up top looking to drive. Canada's been Mcintosh.
And now we see Conrad with it, and he might take it to the house. Oh, a great save by Dylan Ward. Almost sneaks in there, but he's able to corral that. I think Canada's had lots of great looks. It's just a matter of completion. And as I say that, Mark Matthews is like, actually,
not
we know
today.
how to complete.
He's like, not today.
We can finish. We got this.
So we talk a lot about strategic timeouts. If I'm Team USA, I might think about using one soon. And I know it's just 30 seconds, but here we have a replay of that. You know, that kind of maybe almost a goal, just kidding, and then clearing it back out to the Canadian player who then just rips it up top.
Yep. Oh, nice turn shot right there by Ryan Tierney.
Which needed to happen because it was getting a little too close for comfort there. So we have a 10-7 game.
Yep.
Ball right now, Canada just driving.
Yeah, Zach Courier was looking to get something going, but
you know,
almost a worm burner right there by number 90, Ben Mcintosh, just wide.
A little bit of standing off ball right now. You know, it's not really too much movement. I'd love to see these teams get a little more involved off ball.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And Canada just bringing those shots a little bit closer to goal. I think this could be really a tied game if a couple of those shots were a tad closer to the goal.
And we have Dan Baccaro behind, and this is the first time we've seen someone behind on Team USA, trying to do something, right? Use the crease to your advantage, still keeps it in play, and the ball back out for Team USA. Number 44 dictating where everyone should go.
Yep.
John Crawley saying, nope, you guys got to make space.
Crawley using that experience that he has as well as a professional, kind of start to figure out where chess pieces can go and open up space for shooting.
And the turn and shoot, almost there.
Yeah, right.
Almost there, but not enough.
Yep, giving Dylan Ward a chance to get things going for Team Canada. We see Graham Hosick with the ball as well.
And we've seen him, he played at the 2019 Indoor World Championships for Team Canada. A lot of these players have. They've been part of the all-world team, and he has. So those are the top players in the world. Many of the USA players, too, but this is a younger roster from Team USA.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
We have an injury on the field right now. We're going to sort of pump the brakes, make sure he's good, and we'll get back to our play. Right now it looks like Team USA with the ball, looking to clear it out.
Yeah, just a minute and 44 left in the second quarter, but so much action has been packed in the last 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
So we had Jack Kelly to Smith. Ball's now behind for Team USA. Looking to do the turn and shoot again. It didn't happen. And back to our friend Dylan Ward.
Yeah. Dylan Ward ready to get the ball. I have really enjoyed watching the goalies play today, and I think they've probably also enjoyed having much more action than maybe in some games you would.
Yeah, as a goalie, you have to have short-term memory loss, right? Like, I'm going to pretend those goals didn't happen.
Oh, nice. That Courier to Teat connection.
Awesome stuff. So Jack Kelly, like we were just talking about, is going to have short-term memory loss here. Like, okay, here, now the ball's going to come back my way, and I'm going to stop this, right? I think in the Sixes game, you're going to have more than one skilled goalie. You're probably going to have three, and he makes a phenomenal save right there. You know, being a goalie is one of the toughest positions in lacrosse, in any discipline for that matter.
Right. Absolutely. Got to be athletic, got to be on your toes, and even more so when there's no face-off to kind of give you a chance to catch your breath. A great goal right there. Number 55, Brian Cole with the goal. So
we have 34 seconds left in the second half. I know you're probably sitting at home thinking, well, that's a quick second quarter, not second half. Each quarter is 8 minutes. It's a free-flowing game. It is a limit on whistles, and of course there's a whistle right then when I say it, right? Right. So we're going to let the refs sort of talk it out. It is a learning process. We're still getting to know these rules, and so are the refs. You know, it is part of that process. While we are almost like 80% there on our final rule set, there's still going to be some changes. So we just ask for those of you at home to be a little bit patient if we are learning too.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we see number 18 for USA, Patrick Resch, with the ball kind of running in, trying to see who's open. His teammate right there, Dan Baccaro, barely misses that pass. But 9 seconds. Jack Kelly is right there. Do we see a goalie goal?
You always want to be that team that scores at the end, you know, right before half. You want to be that team. And here we are. We are now at halftime, believe it or not. That was a quick game. So it's 11-9. Team USA up. It's been a fast-paced game. I'd be interested to see how Team USA comes out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And Canada as well.
Welcome back to the 2021 Super Sixes from Sparks, Maryland. The rain is letting up, but the goals are not. So I am joined with Tari Kandemiri. We are here for our USA-Canada game. It's 11-9. USA is up. Thoughts on this game, Tari?
It's been a great game so far. We're seeing USA finish on all of their shots. Canada also showing off their stick skills, just missing it wide a couple times. But I think the second half is going to be something nice.
You know, it's a little messy, but there's some interesting things that can happen in a short amount of time. We've seen that. 30 seconds. It sounds like a short time, but it's actually not.
Yeah, it's a good amount of time. We've seen teams score, 3 goals in that time period. So
here's a look at the first 2 quarters and all the goals. We've seen a lot of action from Canada. But what's interesting right now is that USA is in fact up, and I don't know if you'd know it unless we showed you the scoreboard. So
yeah, absolutely. It's
been a little bit of a messy game, but that's okay. It's rainy. The rain's let up. Everyone loves a comeback. So this third quarter, I think, is really going to say a lot about how this game ends,
yeah,
right?
Definitely crucial for Canada to clean up their game just a little bit and finish on those shots, but they've got it. If anyone can do it, it's them.
Interesting, too, because Canada has rolled out with a bit of a new lineup. It's an older lineup. The veteran players who have played internationally in the indoor or the World Championship, just traditional lacrosse.
Right.
So we've seen a lot of these names. They got John Grant Jr. on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And then we have a younger Team USA roster. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited.
Always.
We hope you're excited at home. We're going to take a short break, and after we're done, we're going to come back with our third quarter of our sixes. So sixes, again, abbreviated version, 8-minute quarters. So enjoy this short break. Enjoy the dry weather if you're out here. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to the 2021 first ever Super Sixes here in Sparks, Maryland. I am joined with Tari Kandemiri, and we are calling the USA-Canada game. USA 11, Canada 9. We are starting our third quarter, and yes, there are quarters in the sixes game. Each quarter is 8 minutes. Halftime is 5 and 30-second timeouts.
Yep, and we see right now Canada has won that face-off. It's the only face-off of the game that we're going to see. That was Brian Cole with the win. Now we see Courier with it, passing it off to a teammate.
Canada really dominating on stick skills, which is interesting because it's 9-11 and they're down. But in the sixes game, you can come back instantaneously, kind of like that.
Kevin Crowley showing why he's one of the best shooters in the game. Crowley is actually one of only 3 players in the history of lacrosse to be drafted first overall in the Pro Outdoor League and Pro Indoor League. Fun fact.
Well, you can see why.
Right.
USA answers almost immediately. It's a 10-12 game. Ryan Conrad, who initially gets the clear, runs it all the way down and seals the deal.
Yeah, Conrad, we've seen him with the Water Dogs, and he's also of UVA fame, was instrumental in their championship win.
Canada really making a lot of things happen in a small space. That is their game. It is similar to the box game.
Yep,
so we have
again.
And we have, again, like just dominating.
We love it. We love to see it. We love to see it, making the most of the opportunity and the possession, which, like I said, is what they kind of need to do.
Ryan Tierney pumping the brakes is what they need because it's 16 seconds left on that 30-second shot clock. No need to force it. Making good decisions right now.
Yeah. Brad Smith was moving the goalie pretty well. Could have maybe gotten a shot off there, but USA takes a shot that's errant, and back to Canada goes.
Yeah, Ryan Conrad looking for the turn and shoot. We've seen that a couple times, but just couldn't make it happen on that angle. So it looks like we may, in fact, have a possession change. We thought it was going to go to Canada, but it's actually back to USA. We have USA number 1, Kirst with the ball up top, moving it to number 27, Brad Smith. And they're working it from the outside. That's the game we've seen, right? The cut to the middle, making space in a small space.
Yep, and I think we've actually seen a lot more of those outside shots from the women playing. And a great steal by Dane Smith right there, but looks like he wasn't really considering going all the way to the goal. He wanted to pass that off, gets it to his teammate, number 24, Clark Peterson, who shoots wide.
Wanted that outside shot. Canada loves those outside risers, but couldn't make it happen on that angle. So ball back to Team USA. Working it from the up top. Here's a replay of that. Looking for, and like Dane Smith and the whole Canada crew that's been playing so much in their indoor, or whether it's the PLL for that matter, there's so much crossover. A lot of these guys are teammates.
Yep, absolutely. getting all the lacrosse they can and just expanding and growing their game, but also the game of lacrosse. Oh, nice shot there by number 90, Ben Mcintosh. Goes wide, and we see Jack Kelly jogging over to the end line to get the ball.
And USA with possession right now. We have 5 minutes and just even 5 minutes left in the third quarter of this game. USA 13, Canada 11.
What a great way to move the goalie right there, number 14, Justin Gutterding, but could not finish. So
2 slides. We see a lot of sliding around happening right now. The turf is wet. It finished raining, and it was raining pretty hard.
Yeah, and something interesting, because I'm sure someone out there is thinking about it. We've seen some defenders in the crease with the goalie. That's allowed in sixes.
And also note that while there is contact in the men's game, it's not necessarily as contact heavy as we've seen in the past. And that's because the harmonized rules that we have. Amazing stop by Ward. Amazing stop by Canada's Ward.
Yeah, but Gutterding just moving the goalie so well. That is something that he does extraordinarily well. So young players out there, that's something you can pick up on. Here we got number 22. We see Ryan Conrad with a nice.
Nice man. Sweet goal from Conrad. I mean, come on.
Yep.
I don't know too many people that can make it.
Yep. Little hitch and a nice shot.
Look at Dylan just like low key.
I love how he's standing. He's like, well.
On hip.
Sassy Dylan Ward. We'll take it.
And USA doing a much better job quadruple teaming ball. You know, they're like, no, you're not going to force a shot with us anymore. And really adjusting going into that third quarter, because that's not how it looked for the first 2 quarters.
Yeah, and they're taking care of the ball there. We saw Conrad could have maybe taken it down the lane, but taking his time passing it off to his teammate, and now
Brian Tierney up top.
And he's with it.
Looking for that hop step. I love it when you see. And 22. And it's one of those situations like, do I go to run after it, or is it a change in possession? And now it's not out of bounds, so why not?
Yeah.
So 30 seconds on a shot clock is actually a while. The men are a little bit used to it, more so than the women, so they're not forcing it as much. And so we have, yet to see a women's team really go through the 30 seconds or even reach near it. But these guys, they're used to it, right? They're like, oh, no need to force.
Yeah. And a shot there wide by Gutterding. Ball was going to go back to Canada. Ward starting off with it, and Dane Smith right there with him.
And clearing it back out to Canada right now. Dane Smith.
And Dane Smith, this was actually his first, I believe, pro outdoor season, and he absolutely crushed it. Smith's just a phenomenal indoor player as well, and he was first in the NLL in assists in 2019.
And we've seen him on the international circuit in the indoor world championship, where he was on the all-world team. So the best players in the world make that team.
In the world. This is a treat. This is a treat. We're seeing the best of the absolute best, and in such an exciting format.
You know, these are some of the best teams. And to see them play the sixes format and see how competitive they are, I mean, it's just unbelievable. And the way that they adjust, right? That says a lot about lacrosse IQ.
Ooh!
And that is
that might have gone into orbit right there. That shot by number 3, Ryan Tierney.
Wow. Wow.
Legend says it's still going up
It's in the sky somewhere. In the sky somewhere. We have a whistle. We have a whistle on the play.
Yep, Canada possession. It stays with Canada. I think they were just confirming that. Mcintosh passing it back to Ward, who gives it back to Smith.
So we have United States, US 14, Canada 11. We have 1:30 left in the third quarter. Canada with the ball, looking to make something happen.
I think they can do it. I think they can. Just got to get those shots on goal. I would love to see the shot chart right now, especially.
And here is the crossbar shot. You can't see, but this is the one that went into orbit.
Yeah, you can see the ref looking way up.
And you can just kind of, how hard was that shot that it's been in the air for so long?
Right.
So,
it hasn't come down, guys. It literally has not come down.
USA looking to drive from behind. Number 4 up top. USA communicating way more. Crawley like up top saying, no, you got to cut, man. Like, move the ball. And so the communication here is better because, again, USA a little bit of a younger team versus Canada with a veteran roster of guys that have played on the international circuit before.
Absolutely.
So there's a penalty on Canada right now. They're going to be down a player for 30 seconds.
Yep, Graham Husick on the sidelines. So we're going to see 5v4, 4v5, however you want to phrase it. USA is up 1, and curious to see how they take advantage of this because it's almost matching up exactly with the shot clock on the game clock.
24 seconds left, 22 seconds left. They're taking their time.
They are maybe waiting for that last one. Ooh, makes it. Connor Curse is like, yeah, it's worth it. That's why we're waiting on it.
I'm not sure any of the defensive Canada, too much lacrosse today. Is there anything possible? That doesn't even exist. Nothing exists too much lacrosse. That doesn't exist.
Brian
but regardless,
close call.
Ripping it from the 30, and here we are, 11:15. We are done with the third quarter, Tari. Outside of the fact that I can't say Canada anymore, you know, this has been a very fast-paced game. They've adjusted. I'm excited to see who comes out on top in the fourth quarter. I don't know about you.
Absolutely. I'm super, super excited, and it seems like USA just wants to pull away with it.
We're going to take a quick break and come back for our fourth. Welcome back to Super Sixes from Sparks, Maryland. We are going into our fourth quarter of our Team USA versus Canada game. Tari, thoughts on this game?
It's been phenomenal so far. I think USA has honestly put on a very, very clean, poised showing of the Sixes format. Was a little unsure about how they would take to the format since they're fairly new to the structure of the game, but I mean, they're just crushing it really, really crisp.
I think we're all new to the structure of the game, and there is a degree of a learning curve here. You know, USA initially coming out a little bit shaky, and now it's just like a well-oiled machine out there. Canada with a whole bunch of veteran players who have played on the international circuit. If you're just joining us for Super Sixes, Sixes is a small-sided discipline, 6v6. We have a 30-second shot clock. It's running time. It is now our fourth quarter, so it's 8-minute quarters, which means these games are 20 minutes long. There is one draw. Yes, I called it a men's draw. It's called a draw on both the men's and women's side in Sixes. One draw only at the start of each quarter. If this goes into overtime, and it very well could, it is sudden victory. So we have the start of our fourth quarter.
Yeah, and Canada, we've seen them in one sudden victory where they came out on top. So, I mean, that was the most exciting part of the day. I mean, the whole crowd lost their minds when that game got tied 16-16 with the Haudenosaunee. So I'm down for another one.
Me too. I think it pulled something, though. I was jumping so high. So USA with the ball on their attacking end. Everyone plays every position in this game. End line to end line. You're basically a midfielder. Our first goal is scored by Team USA.
Yep, Crawley with that nice, simple shot straight at the bottom.
And Canada playing their close game. So Teat, who hangs out over by the crease.
Jeff Teat, a man of few words, but amazing shots.
A man of a lot of goals.
A lot of goals.
Oh, man. So USA
Conrad
right now, the speed at which they are playing right now is turbo mode.
Yep.
Because those first three quarters were messy. This is not messy.
Not at all, no.
And behind the back, looking for that beautiful behind the back, couldn't seal the deal. Mark Matthews wanted it, but not today.
Not today. And Jack Kelly ready to back that shot up. We see Brad Smith now taking the ball upfield.
And their Team USA much more spread out. We can see this shot right here. And that angle is gorgeous. We're out by the 30. And now here we have a Teat shot again. That's his money spot. Give me a close near the crease, and I'll use it every single time. Give me an inch, and I'll take 3.
Yeah.
So a gorgeous shot by both teams. And here we have a 17-12 game, USA up.
Yeah, and I mean, 5 goals, there's 6 minutes. I think Canada can definitely get 5 goals, but it's can they stop USA from adding to their goals? And there's Teat again.
Back of the net.
Back in the net by Teat.
I have to say, I said this in the first quarter, but there wasn't a lot of off-ball movement. Now there's tons of off-ball movement. They're cutting through. They're making space for their teammates. They're not forcing silly shots.
Right, and that's making all the difference. But again, gotta make sure you can stop USA.
Oh man!
I mean, Justin Gutterding's like, actually, no one's gonna stop us. Tari, relax.
Gorgeous.
Noted,
way to
Justin.
Fire that torpedo.
Duly noted.
Amazing shot. And we have an 18-13 game. USA, like, more space now, right? Like, now it's a little more comfortable for them. It was not comfortable before, and they have quite the rivalry.
Absolutely.
51, looking for it again. Teat, is he going to try again? He might roll back, looking for the feed on inside. Dame, not there. But he wants it. He wants the behind the back, but it's not happening right now.
Yeah, the behind the backs look a little tougher, and I think it's because the defense is much closer, so there's not as much comfort in getting that kind of shot off.
You'll notice the subbing is very similar to box lacrosse. A lot of these guys are used to it, but they're subbing on the fly, getting fresh legs in there, because you play end line to end line. You play as a midfielder.
Yep. the odds of getting tired are there, but thankfully teammates are ready to sub in. And there we see Crawley just rolling the crease beautifully, utilizing behind the goal, which we haven't seen a lot of today.
No, and I think they should. You know, it's easier said than done, right? From up here, we can see, hey, you can get more space if you use the goal to your advantage.
Right.
Feed to 55. Fantastic stop by Team USA.
Yep, Jack Kelly stopping that on his knees and getting the ball off to his teammate number 4, Dan Vaccaro, who is kind of chilling. He's taking his time, but Canada
looking to pick it off. Here we go.
Oh,
Canada with the turnover going in.
Clark Peterson.
Amazing. Here's what I love about that shot, right? Like, he doesn't force a silly shot. He waits until he's up right on the crease to really pull the goalie to the opposite side to then rip a shot to the stick side.
Yeah, great patience by Peterson on that one.
And that takes a lot of lacrosse IQ. The goalie falls backwards. Sorry, Jack Kelly, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Jack. You're okay. You're good.
Short-term memory loss. We didn't see anything.
Right, exactly. And Peterson just all over the field, wrangling that ball back. Let's see if Latrell Harris can wrangle that ball there.
Canada a little messy, a lot of messy. We have a turnover.
Yeah, turnover there. But that was a great hustle play. Let's see what Ryan Conrad and Team USA do with this one. This possession, they're up 18-14 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game.
And we have a turnover right now. You know, Brad Smith really taking it down in the midfield, taking his time, but it's decision-making like that. You can't afford to have turnovers. So the great part is these teams will play each other again tomorrow. This is, you know, a sort of round-robin tournament.
Oh, what a shot by Zach Courier right there.
Dang.
That's a highlight reel play.
Oh,
that's a highlight reel play.
That's sports-centered.
Yep.
Ooh,
SC top 10
beautiful.
right
Beautiful. Here's a replay of that goal. 77 coming all the way around. A little Twizzler action and game
taking
over.
Flight. Yeah, Zach Courier's like, I saw that ball fly earlier. It's my turn.
Well, game isn't technically over yet, but that goal was beautiful. So we have an 18-15 game. USA up. We have 2 minutes and 38 seconds left in the quarter and left in the game.
Yep. I have a feeling Canada's really going to try to turn up the Jets in these last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But again, USA just kind of feeling unstoppable and looking really, really polished in the way that they've been able to finish on these shots.
And USA with possession right now, and they're looking at the clock going, yeah, I don't need to force this. Why would I? If there's a turnover, it's an opportunity for Canada to score. And here we go.
Great save by Dylan Ward, but Crawley right there, just ready to get the ground ball and be scrappy. Canada able to get the ball.
What a box out.
To Graham Hossick.
What a box out right there. Canada with possession of the ball.
Oh, that give and go. Oh, man. Great save by Jack Kelly. Kelly was right there ready for that. I thought that was going to go in. I was ready to be like, goal for Canada.
I know. But Jack Kelly got a piece of it. Slowed it down a little bit. It looks like there was a whistle. Yeah, there was a penalty on USA, so it's in fact Canada's ball right now on their offensive end.
Yeah, Canada.
They're up a player.
Up.
And just rips it top shelf. Incredible. We have a goal by Canada. It's an 18-16 game. USA is up. There's a minute 46 seconds. As coaches, we know that's a ridiculous amount of time. Right. And the shot clock's at 21. So USA, interesting to see how they use this or don't use this time.
Yeah, absolutely. USA, 2 goals is not really much of a cushion in sixes, and that was almost a turnover, but the way that Brad Smith was able to handle that pass keeps the ball with Team USA. Connor Kirst with it now, and sidelines maybe calling for a shot. 1 second on shot clock. Oh, but no goal.
Yep,
no goal there by Kirst.
That is a no goal. Shot clock ran all the way through.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to maybe chat through this one a little bit, but
fans getting really chatty, calling plays.
Love it. Love it. The fans are locked in. The fans are locked in.
They're locked in. They're like, we're glad it's stopped raining.
Right.
And also, this game is awesome. So right now we have USA 18, Canada 16, a minute 16 seconds left, and possession, believe it or not, is staying with USA.
Yeah, possession with Team USA.
22 seconds left.
Oh, what a nice play right there by Courier getting that ball.
If you ever needed a possession change, that was it. We have 1 minute left.
And a timeout.
I believe we have what we call a strategic timeout.
Strategic timeout.
I love when coaches use timeouts like this. You have possession of the ball, a timeout, even if it's 30 seconds, this is going to give you the opportunity to adjust and make modifications.
Yep. Yeah, and Courier is kind of the hero for that play. First overall pick in the PLL entry draft in 2020. Interested to see how they handled this last minute to get those 2 goals.
And they got a motivational speech from John Grant Jr. And, you know, if he could motivate anyone, he is a legend in this game. He is so talented now at Johns Hopkins. We miss him in Colorado, but man, is he talented as a coach.
Yeah. I mean, who else but John Grant Jr. to not only inspire but to lead a team? I feel like, you know, that's just him, Brody Merrill, Dana Doby, all these amazing figures in the game are now giving back and also playing simultaneously.
So we have a minute left in this fourth quarter, 18-16. We got a game. I mean, we had a game before, but I think this game might go into sudden victory, Tari. I think it might.
Am I ready emotionally for sudden victory? I can only handle one sudden victory in one day. So
yeah, me too.
I have met my quota. I need someone to do what they got to do to make this game, you know, emotionally stable enough for me.
Team's coming back out again. Jack Kelly, like, keeping USA in this game, and not that they need it, but like, man, he is a brick house in goal today, making so many stops, phenomenal in the net. And here we are, 58 seconds left in the fourth.
Jeff Teat with it, passing it off to Dane Smith. That shot wide from Smith.
So it is a shot. It went off of, I think, a USA player, so they are calling it a Canada possession on this. 18 seconds left on that shot clock, 17 seconds, 49 seconds left in the game.
Oh, and another save by Kelly. That was a shot by number 2, Chris Cloutier. But Kelly there to keep his team in the winning spot. 40 seconds left. And we see now number 18 for Team USA, Patrick Gresh with it. USA kind of trying to pass the ball upfield. Ryan Conrad with it. Let's see if they get another shot off with these 25 seconds left.
And Canada putting the pressure on. You know, they're really, why not? Why not put the pressure on? And now we have a change in possession.
Yeah.
Oh my, we have a change in possession. 19 seconds left, 18 seconds left. Canada has it, 15 seconds left.
You just gotta move with it fast.
I have a feeling we have a strategic timeout.
Yeah. And an interesting play there, number 1, Connor Kirsten, Mark Matthews. Looks like Kirsten's maybe trying to get the ball back for Team USA, but 13 seconds left, USA up 18-16. Things are getting a little choppy.
13 seconds. We've seen this before. The Haudenosaunee did this. It was, what, 1 second left, and they scored. So anything is possible in sixes. We've seen a lot of adjusting. Okay, what do you do in this situation? You can see John Grant Jr. talking about making the box. Where do the players need to be? How do you spread out? How do you utilize each other in a small space? Play like it's box, right? There should be someone behind it. Are you cutting through? Or are you just standing still like you're watching a movie? Like, get involved. And USA making smart decisions, because right now they don't have possession of the ball.
Yep, exactly. And if Canada scores, they've got, you know, one more that they need to get. If they can get the ball back in the midfield, again, another opportunity to score. So important for USA to play good defense, nothing too crazy, and just seal the deal. 13 seconds left.
Yeah, you don't want a penalty right now, and they don't happen often, but, you know, high-pressure situations like this don't happen often either. So smart decision-making across the board.
Mark Matthews starting off with the ball. Oh, man. That quick stick to Dane Smith. 9 seconds.
Canada.
9 seconds.
They know how to keep you on your toes. 17-18. It is a game. We have 2 seconds left, though. And we are done. And it was a great game, a nail-biter of sorts.
For sure.
17-18. USA coming out on top.
Yep.
That was fun in the end. I really did want it to go into sudden victory, but it is tough to be, you know, on either the receiving or winning end of a sudden victory, right, Tari?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what a showing from both teams. So much fun. I knew this would be a high-scoring game. 35 goals in 32 minutes. That's a lot of scoring.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I had fun. We will see these two match up again tomorrow. Thank you for joining us for this Team USA game versus Team Canada game. We had fun. We hope you had fun. Yep. We'll see you for the next matchup.
Yep.
We're going to go to a quick commercial break, but Tari, man, this has been a blast.
What a game. Now we can catch our breath, and
what
hopefully players can too. Yeah. Absolutely.